Okay, let's talk about these reparations and cutting these checks. So we got St. Louis. It looks like St. Louis is in the fray now. That's kind of spreading in terms of the talks of reparations. Um, how St. Louis is approaching the question of reparations for black citizens. This is by Gabrielle Hayes, dated February 13th, 2023. The website is PBS NewsHour from PBS.org. I'm sorry, and out of St. Louis, Missouri. So while some states are just now more than 150 years after it was abolished, removing slavery from their state constitutions, St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones is creating a commission focused on reversing some of the historic damage slavery inflicted upon the people in the region. Jones will soon appoint a council to look at the race-based harms black St. Louisianans have faced and continue to face as a legacy of institution of slavery and racism. And this is a great quote. We cannot succeed as a city if one half is allowed to fail. Jones, who is a member of the Mayor's Organizing for Reparations and Equity More Coalition, said in a statement that we cannot succeed if one half of the city is allowed to fail. And this is something that is a repeat theme across the Americas. Of course, look no further than Mississippi for a lot of things that are lopsided. And unfortunately, we gotta get. I'm quite sure there's some brothers and sisters working on reparations task force from Mississippi, and I know that it is definitely needed. And many of us can trace back our grandparents to slavery, and as foundational Black American descendants of slaves, we're due every dime. We helped build the foundation. We helped to create the structures and buildings that gave so much wealth for so many generations, and well-being and generational prosperity. And, this is something that as a society, we should want for foundational Black Americans, descendants of slaves. We should want other people to be able to join in all the fun, right? All the wonderful blessings, okay, of the ancestors, okay? And be able to function as functioning adults and not be dealing with such a struggle to survive, and uh, having to almost to need humanitarian aid in a first world country is utterly disgusting. And it's just proud of St. Louis stepping up, so it is definitely spreading. I really do hope people, foundational Black American descendants of slaves can get the reparations that they need before they collapse the current currency paradigm. We know that this is the 666 year. When you add 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023, you will get 666. So we know that they're going to come in with the new digital back currency, and I can't think of a better time to pay reparations out before you transition into another currency. I do believe if it's not paid out, I just think I believe in the ancestral realm. So I think that in one way or another it'll get paid out. There's no doubt in my mind. You can't do the damage that's been done systematically, and I'm learning more every day. I have to learn how to be patient, with my fellow brothers and sisters, because sometimes I'm not, and that's something I'm working on. Okay, and I'm thankful for great channels out there that expose everything that's happened to our people and things that are happening at this current time, and hopefully, the balance, we can balance the imbalances. It's a difference between stressing when you're trying to go to college. You're stressing and you're trying to, work extra, and, you're doing all these different things to try to sustain yourself, and other races of people don't have to do that. Okay, so reparations would mean a lot for a lot of people. So let's continue reading on a little bit here. I don't want to steal all the thunder here, but another interesting quote here. What their work will look like is pretty much up to them. Vernon C. Mitchell, Junior Chief Equity and Inclusion Officer for the City of St. Louis, told the NewsHour, "We aren't controlling how they study this or when they're going to study this. We're really kind of convening force." So it's been a great to have support from other cities and to see how they're going about addressing this very important issue, but also doing something that makes sense for our city. So, they want to talk about the crime in Jackson, Mississippi, one of the largest, if not the largest, black populated cities. I believe it is the largest. It's so easy to bash black people and tell us to just work or just go get a job. There's plenty of good jobs, and people talk about getting a job like it's like going into a store. You make a purchase, or just going to the park and picking a leaf off the tree. It's not. It's actually not that easy, and it should be much easier. And some of our people still are. I believe there's some souls that exist that just have not healed from slavery at all. It's weird. Sometimes I know some people of course they're gonna laugh at this, but I could feel lashes on my back. Well, yeah, I feel them. So at the end of the day, mentally, right? You talk about, and the reason for reparations is so important to me, is so obvious to me, is that if you are dealing with, one thing I'm noticing is that a lot of people who have broken homes in the black community, it comes back generationally. Okay, so someone, I'm sorry, was broken down. Okay, and reparations would repair. Okay, would help people spend money on getting the mental health needed to help our people. Okay, it's so easy to judge a person. Black man does this, a black man does that. Why did he do this? And why do black people do this? And why do black people do this? And why is there so much crime? And why? It all usually comes back to the generational problems. You put casinos in poor neighborhoods. Okay, well, chances are people are going to have financial problems due to these casinos being in the neighborhoods and not other opportunities. And, it's very sick. It's very twisted and sadistic. And, if the future is going to be bright and we're going to actually have some fair and just ways, we want to right the wrong, right? We want to right the wrong. I hear people, right now they're having a push to, of course, get Black history out of school. And you have the Senate Bill 1020, where there's going to be an exclusive court jurisdiction within the city of Jackson. Okay. I think, unfortunately, Mississippi will be the last to receive it if we don't push now. But, we are definitely pushing. Okay, and that's good. We all getting on code for that, right? So it's a very good thing, and it's obvious. Okay, and so this is a special moment in history. So it's just a matter of making the moves necessary. So St. Louis, California, one of some of the places leading these movements as they try to move Black history out of these schools. And I can't think of a better time. Okay, we're in Black History Month, and we can all make history together as we push for these reparations for foundational Black American descendants of slaves. This is Comedic Minds. I'm out for this video. I do need to work on that reparations article, and it will take me some time, but when I'm done, I hope it's a piece of history.